Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Now, starting off with Johan's beers, which he sent me from Sweden. We have a very special beer here. I've been staring at it for the last 24 hours. It's Sigtuna Ace of Spades Imperial IPA, 15% ABV in a 33 centilitre bottle. Look at that, isn't that a smasher? Now, I just got to say before I open this bottle that they have used 12 different types of hops in this beer. A new hop is added after every 5 minutes for 2 hours of the boil. So it's different hop, and then they start over. After the 12, they go over again until the 2 hours is up. Now, for me, an Imperial IPA I've tried, I think it is about 9, I think Dogfish Head's 90-minute IPA, which was 9%, was the last real big beer. But this is nearly, well, this is 15%. 15%. Thank you, Johan, for this. Only 600 bottles ever made. All sold out. So this is probably one of the... I'm being very careful with this, to be honest. Make sure I got everything right beforehand. I'm not sure if it's bottle condition, but look, you know, I'm going to give this a rigorous pour. Reason being is that it's 15% and I wanted to create some kind of head there. You could just hear it dissipating. It just, it was gone. Didn't really want to create a head this beer, but the colour is a deep orangey red, bronzy coloured amber. About 6 different colours there. There's some really nice carbonation just softly floating from the bottom of this glass. But I am getting, from here, from half a metre, I am getting some kind of, like a barley wine nose. So let's get the nose into this 15% beer from Sigtuna. It's got a nose. It's got a beastie nose. It's like, don't touch me. It's got one of them noses. On the nose, I am going to be perfectly honest. It smells a little hoppy, but it actually smells, I've always been honest in my reviews, it smells like an appley cider. That's what I get. Let's dig in. Cheers, everyone. Wish me luck. Oh. Oh. It's warming. It's very warming. Do you know what I experienced then? I experienced, if anybody's tried Brewdog's Sink the Bismarck, where that was hop, they got up to 42% or 40%, whatever it is. This is very strangely extremely similar to that. It's moving away from being a beer. It is not a traditional beer in the sense of a bitter or an ale or something which you would session. I am got a lot of flavours, but I'm going on different things for now, and I'll move on to the flavours in a minute. But what I want to touch on next is the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel on this beer is just pure luxury. It is just hanging. You don't really want this on the front of your lips. It's not one of them ones you want to put on the front of your lips. It's more as you swallow it, it kind of glides down slowly. You know, it's just sliding slowly down inside into your gullet. Now I'll move on to the flavours. It's slightly bitter at the end. The end is slightly bitter. All I'm getting is a lot of warming. I'm getting a hop mash, but there's no real power. Do you know when you get normal IPAs? I say normal. Well, it's not normal. No, this is 15%. I wouldn't say it's normal. But do you know when you get IPAs around 6%, American style IPAs, they're really, really pow. 6-7%. They're full of flavour. They're absolutely pushing the boundaries of flavour. You get grapefruit and mango and peach and all the rest of the different orange peel and lemon. You're not getting that with this. You are really not getting a defying, there we are flavour. It's not that. It's more of just a bitterness. But as I'm talking now, the beer is warming as I go down, and it's not a surprise it being 15% ABV. You get a hint of it's bordering. It's not butterscotch. It is not butterscotch, but it's kind of leaning towards a toffee, butterscotchy flavour. But it's certainly not. It's more toffee than butterscotch, so it's not diacetyl. Let's wash it around again a nose. I'm gonna try and get a big nose on this beer. Now that produces quite a big hoppy nose. It's like a big hoppy sticky juice. It's like a big thick juice, hoppy juice, which I say. It's got some nice features to the beer. You sliding the beer back and forth and creating some nice conditioning on the beer. All in all, I like to ask myself at this stage of the review. There's no. It's all in. If you can understand that, then please do. Please read it. There you go. Give that a read. I always ask myself. Like, I've just been watching the rugby this afternoon. Wales Ireland, Wales just pipped Ireland. I always ask myself, I've had a couple of beers watching the rugby. They've gone down wonderfully well. I'm picking up some really nice sweet malt flavours, some hops, and it's just nice and it's pleasant, and you want to drink pint after pint. I like to ask myself, where would I choose, in what part of my daily life or evening life would I choose to go for something like this, which is 15% ABV? And if I'm honest, as a beer reviewer, you've got to review different things. You've got to review as much variation that comes your way. You just have to do it. there's no point in sticking to the same style or beers you like. You've got to move around a bit, you've got to be flexible. But this beer, unfortunately, is not for me. I bet you've been guessing that for a while, but no, this beer is not for me. It's just too strong. It's just too strong. I asked myself, I've got young children. I mean, you may not have young children, but I asked myself, if I drank one of these bottles, I'm able to. Where am I going with this? I'm moving away. Am I moving away? I'd be absolutely wasted if I drank the whole of this beer, and to the point where if my children were crying in a night in bed, I wouldn't be able to go in and see them. I'd be flat out. And even if you were an older person, you would be going to a pub. You could order. I mean, yes, there is probably one place I could see this, and that is if I went out with a group of my friends and they were like, wow, look at that 15% beer there. You know, I'd get a bottle and I'd share it out as a bit of a wow, look what beer can do. It's such a variety in beer. But I don't think, or I certainly wouldn't be looking to go for something like this if I was, well, in any other part of my life. But please, if you've got a suggestion, or if you've got your own little take on this beer, please put it in the comments box. Please, I'm always answering. It'd be nice to gauge on different people's opinions on this beer, but it's just not for me. So time for a rating. Before that, have they got a website? Haven't got a website. Okay, so Sigtuna, Ace of Spades, Imperial IPA, 15% ABV. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. Unfortunately, it was just, I can see why people would do. They only made 600 bottles. It's all sold out. It's given the brewery a great big kind of boost. People start to talk about things, and the word spreads. I can see why they do it, but it's just not for me. But it's no reason not to, if you've got a bottle, to try it yourself. But thank you, Johan, for sending me the beer. I do apologise that I just didn't like this beer, but I've got to be honest. Email me at realaleguide@googlemail.com. Facebook is facebook.com/realaleCraftBeer, and Twitter is twitter.com/realaleToday. Subscribe if you like, and cheers.